Greetings everyone, you're welcome here. This is part 1 of iterative statements, and here we are going to discuss for loop using Java NetBeans. Now what are iterative or looping statements? An iterative or loop statement allows us to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times until the condition is true. It stops when the condition becomes false. So we can execute a particular statement or group of statements multiple times for a particular condition. If the condition is true, the execution will take place and the group of statements will continue to execute, and when the condition becomes false, the execution stops. Now, what is the need of iterative or looping statements? There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. So let us take an example. Suppose you are asked to display your name 1000 times on the screen using a program. So what will you do? You will write the display statement which will display your name 1000 times on the screen. But is it worth writing the same display statement 1000 times in the program? No. It may lead to errors and make the program code unnecessarily lengthy. So to avoid the situations of this type, loops are essential. The types of iterative or looping statements. There are 3 types of iterative or looping statements. These are for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Now here we are going to discuss for loop statement. Now the syntax for writing a for loop statement is for initialization expression, test expression, update expression, and after that we put the block of opening and closing curly braces, and within this block we write the statements which we need to execute for this for loop statement. So let us understand first the flowchart of this. So in this, the initialization expression is executed only once. It is outside the loop. After the initialization expression is executed, the flow of control or the program control comes to the test expression. It checks whether the test expression is true or false. If the test expression is true, statements or loop body is executed. After that, the program control goes to the update expression, and after executing the update expression, it again goes to test expression. It checks whether the test expression is true or false. If the text expression is true, again the same set of statements are executed and it again falls on this test expression. But if the test expression is false, if the program control goes to the statement following the for loop. So this is how the execution of for loop takes place. So let us understand this with the help of an example. So here for is a keyword. Then for within the parenthesis we will write down this is the initialization expression int I is equal to 1 semicolon. Very important to understand that all the expressions they are separated by semicolon. Then I less than equal to 5 semicolon I is equal to I plus 1, and within the opening and closing curly brace system dot out dot println within the double quotes hello. So this statement is used to print whatever is written in double quotes on the screen. So this example will print hello 5 times on the screen. So let us understand in detail this example. Let us understand this. So there are 5 major elements in a loop. So this is the same program which we have done in the previous slide. For int I is equal to 1 semicolon I less than equal to 5 semicolon I equal to I plus 1, and within the set of curly braces, system.out.println hello. So let us understand each and every part of this for loop statement. So the very first part is the control or loop variable. Every loop has one control variable which keeps track of number of times the loop executes. So in this for loop, the control variable is I. It keeps track of how many times the loop is going to execute. Then the next element is initialization expression. It assigns initial or starting value to the loop variable. It is executed only once in the beginning of the loop. So the initialization expression is this complete expression, int I is equal to 1. This is the initialization expression of this for loop, and this expression is executed only once in the beginning of the loop. After that, this expression is not executed. Test expression. The test expression decides whether the loop will continue to execute or not. If the test condition is true, the loop body gets executed. Otherwise, the loop is terminated. So this is the test expression. So it decides whether the loop will execute or not. In this case, I less than equal to 5. So if the value of I until or unless the value of I is less than or equal to 5, this loop will execute. And as soon as the value of I becomes greater than 5, the loop will terminate. And this test expression is checked every time before entering in the body of the loop. So we can enter the body of the loop. This is the body of the loop, and we can enter it only if the test expression is true. Otherwise, we cannot enter the body of the loop. The next is update, which can be mostly increment or decrement expression. It changes the value of the loop variable. The increment or decrement expression is executed every time after the body of the loop is executed. So in this case, I is equal to I plus 1 is the update expression. So every time after the execution of the body of the loop, we come to this statement and we change the value of the loop variable. The body of the loop. The statements which are executed repeatedly till the test expression evaluates to false forms the body of the loop. So these are the statements which are going to execute for the truth value of the test expression. So they form the body of the loop, and mostly it is enclosed in opening and closing curly braces, but they are not mandatory. We will explain it later. And one important point to note here is that system.out.println statement is used to display a message enclosed in double quotes on the screen. So this program will display hello 5 times on the screen. So let us see how. We have understood all the 5 major elements of a loop. Now we understand the execution part. Now again we will take the same example. The program is to write a loop statement, for loop statement to display hello 5 times on the screen. So let us check each and every component of this program. Here the loop variable is I. The initialization expression is I is equal to 1. The test expression is I less than equal to 5. And update expression is I is equal to I plus 1. Now let us see the various steps of execution of the for loop. The first step is the initialization expression is executed first and variable I is initialized by value 1. So you can see this, it is the step 1 is indicated here. This is the first statement, int I is equal to 1, and this is the initialization expression. So this statement will be executed first and the variable I will get the value 1. Second, then the test expression is executed and it is checked whether the test expression is true or false. So after the execution of initialization expression, you can see the program control will jump to test expression. This is step number 2. So whatever is the value of I, it is checked whether the test expression is true for this value or not. Step number 3. If the test expression is true, the body of the loop is executed, that is, hello is printed on the screen in this case. So you can see here, after the execution of step 2, if the test expression is true, we will go to step 3, that is the execution of the body of the loop. In this case, the statement is to print hello on the screen. So hello will be printed on the screen. Step number 4. After executing the body of the loop, program control jumps to the update expression and the value of I is incremented by 1. So you can see it is indicated by arrow that after the completion of the execution of body of the loop, the step number 4 is to jump to update expression. So in this case, the update expression is I equal to I plus 1. So I will be increased by 1 and the value of I will become, earlier it was 1, so it will become 2. After the update expression, the program control jumps back to the test expression. You can see here, this is the arrow. After executing step 4, which is the execution of update statement, the program control is jumping back to the test expression. So the test expression is evaluated for true or false value. So the step number 6 is, if the value of the test expression is true, again all the steps from 3 to 5 are executed. So again, if this test expression is true, step number 3, 4 and 5 are executed. You can see this is like a loop. And these statements are executed repeatedly till the test expression is true. And as soon as the test expression becomes false, the loop will terminate. So if the value of the test expression is false, the loop will stop executing and it terminates. So note, in this program, the test expression evaluates to false when the value of I becomes greater than 5. That is, when I becomes 6, the loop will terminate. Now we have understood all these steps. Let us see how it executes. It is very important to understand the flow of control in the case of for loop. So again, we have chosen the same for loop for int I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, I is equal to I plus 1, system.out.println hello. In this, steps A and B, they are executed only once. The initialization expression and jumping to the text expression and the beginning of the loop, and steps C, D and E. Now we have indicated by alphabets C, D and E. They are executed repeatedly until the test expression becomes false. So let us see all these steps one by one. So in the first step, the value of the loop variable this initialization expression is executed. So the value of loop variable I becomes equal to 1. So I is equal to 1. Now it will jump back to the test expression. So it will check whether 1 is less than equal to 5. Yes, the expression is true. So we will jump to step C. So in this, the step C is to print hello on the screen. So hello will be printed. And then the program control will jump to the update expression. That is I is equal to I plus 1. So the value of I was 1 and now it will become 2. So when we go to the second iteration of the loop, I becomes 2. When the I becomes 2 after the execution of this update statement, again the program control jumps to the test expression. It will check whether 2 is less than equal to 5 or not. Yes, it is true. 2 is less than 5. So again the body of the loop is executed. That is, hello is printed on the screen. And then we will jump to the update expression. That is I is equal to I plus 1. The value of I was 2. So it will now become 3. So in the third step, the value of I is 3. Now again we will go to the test expression. It will check whether 3 is less than equal to 5 or not. Yes, the test expression is true. So the body of the loop will be executed. That is, hello is printed. And then again we will go to the update expression and I becomes equal to I plus 1. The value of I was 3 in this step. So now it will become 4. Now for the next iteration, these are the iteration numbers, how many times the loop is going to execute. So the value of I becomes 4. We'll again jump to test expression. As 4 is less than equal to 5, so the test expression is true. So again the body of the loop will be executed. So hello will be printed on the screen, and then again the update expression is executed and I becomes equal to I plus 1. Now the value of I was 4 and it will now become equal to 5. So in the next step, the value of I is 5. We will again jump to the test expression. 5 less than equal to 5. Yes, 5 is not less than 5, but it is equal to 5. So still the condition is true. So again the body is executed and hello will be printed on the screen, and we will go to the update expression. The value of I was 5. After the execution of update expression, the value becomes 6. So again the next step, I is equal to 6. So again we will check, is 6 less than 5? No, it is greater than 5. So the test expression becomes false and the loop will terminate. So the statement following the loop will be executed. So as there is no statement, no other execution will take place and our program will end. And the output of this program is that hello will be printed 5 times on the screen. And you can also see that in this loop there are 5 iterations, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because on the 6th iteration the loop terminated. So this is not counted as the iteration of the loop. In this loop there are 5 steps or 5 iterations. Let us see some more examples of for loop. For int k is equal to 1, semicolon, k less than equal to 10, semicolon, k plus plus, system.out.println, double quotes, plus k. So in this case you can see the value of k is 1 in the beginning, and the test expression is that k should be less than equal to 10, and the update expression is k plus plus, that is we are incrementing k by 1 every time. So this loop will execute 10 times and it will display the value of k every time, and the value of k you know is changing every time, like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So this loop will print numbers from 1 to 10. Next, for int m is equal to 100, m greater than 0, m is equal to m minus 25, system.out.println, double quotes plus m. So in this case, the initialization expression is m is equal to 100. That is 100 will be assigned to m. And the test expression is m greater than 0. And update expression is m is equal to m minus 25. So in the beginning, the value of m is 100. So 100 will be displayed. Then we will go to the update expression. And as 25 will be subtracted from 100, the value of m will become 75. Then we will go to the test expression. As 75 is greater than 0, we will execute the body of the loop, which is system.out.println m. So 75 will be displayed on the screen. Then again we will go to the update expression. So this time the value will become 50 because 75 minus 25 is 50. After that we will go to the test expression. As 50 is greater than 0, again we will execute this statement. So 50 will be displayed on the screen. Then we will again go to this statement. Now 50 minus 25 will become 25. And as 25 is greater than 0, so again system.out.println m statement will print 25 on the screen. And then again we will go to this statement. Now 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. And 0 is not greater than 0. So the loop will terminate. And it will display numbers from 100 to 25, 100, 75, 50 and 25. So it will execute 4 times, not 5 times. It will execute 4 times. One thing I want to say here is, see, you can see that curly braces are not present here. The body of the loop is without the curly braces. It should be noted that the curly braces are essential if there are more than one statement in the body of the loop. If the body of the loop contains one single statement, there is no need of curly braces. Now the next statement is for int m is equal to 100, m greater than 0, m is equal to m plus 25 system.out.println double quotes plus m. So this is similar to the previous question, except that instead of decrementing 25, here we are incrementing 25. We are adding 25 to m. So initially the value of m is 100 and 100 is greater than 0. So this will be displayed on the screen. And then when we go to the update expression, 100 plus 25 will become 125. So the test expression again is true and 125 will be printed. When we'll again go to update expression, 125 plus 25 will become 150, which again is greater than 0. And this test body of the loop will be executed. So in this case, you see that the value of m is always, we are incrementing it by 25 at every step. It will always be greater than 0 and the test expression will never become false. So this is an example of infinite loop. That is, this loop will never stop and it will keep on executing and your system will hang ultimately. Now the next statement is for int k is equal to 1, k less than equal to 10, k plus plus, semicolon, please note this semicolon, system.out.println double quotes plus k. So this is exactly similar to the example number 1, except that we are putting semicolon after the for statement. So if we put the semicolon after the loop statement, as a result, the loop will never reach its body. The semicolon is a statement terminator, so it will terminate the loop statement here only, and so this for loop statement will be terminated here only and it will never reach its body. So this statement will execute 10 times from 1 to 10 and evaluates to false when the value of k will become 11. And after this, after the full execution of this loop, the program control will come to this line, system.out.println double quotes plus k. So this command is executed and the current value of k, which is 11, is printed on the screen. So please ensure that whether you are putting the semicolon or not, this is making drastic changes in your program. Because if you were not putting the semicolon, your program was displaying numbers from 1 to 10. But if you put a semicolon here, you get only 11 as the output. Now next is for int k is equal to 1, k greater than 10, k plus plus, system.out.println double quotes plus k. So in this case, the initialization statement will make 1 as the value of k. Now when we'll go to the test expression, 1 greater than 10 is false. So this loop will become false in the beginning itself and there will be no output. As the test expression becomes false, this statement, which is the body of the loop, will not be executed. So there will be no output in this case. Now let us understand the one more example of for loop. Now in this, the question is write a program to input starting number and ending number and display either even or odd number between these two numbers depending upon user's choice. So the design screen of this question is like this. This is a label, enter first number, then J text field 1. Then another label, enter second number, J text field 2. Then there are two radio buttons, one for even number and the other for odd number. If the user presses even number, then all the even numbers between the first number and the second number should be displayed in this text area. And if the user chooses odd number as a radio button, then all the odd numbers between the first number and the second number should be displayed in the text area. So let us see the code, and this is the click button. So let us see the coding of this program on the click event of this button. Now we will take a variable int a is equal to integer.parseInt j text field 1 dot get text. So in this the get text method will get the text stored in j text field 1, that is the first number, and convert it into integer using integer.parseInt, and this number will then be stored in the variable a. Now int b equal to integer.parseInt j text field 2 dot get text. So in this, the getText method will get the number stored in jtext field 2, and this number will be converted into integer using the method integer.parseInt, and then it will be stored in the variable b. Now we will check which radio button has been pressed. If JRadio button 1 dot is selected, that is the one for even numbers has been selected, then to print all the even numbers between the first number and the second number, we will use a loop. See, for int I is equal to a, that is because we have to start from a, that is why in the initialization expression we have given I equal to a. As we have to go till b, so we will write I less than equal to b, and we will check, we will go to each and every number and check whether it is even or odd. So to go to each and every number, we will give I plus plus, that is we are incrementing I by 1. Now we will check if I modulus 2 equal to 0. So I modulus 2 is equal to 0 only if the number is even. Because if you divide the number by 2 and its remainder is 0, then number is considered as 0. So if this is the case, if this condition is true, we will append this number to jtextarea1. So we will write jtextarea1 dot append double quotes plus I plus space. We are giving space so that all the numbers are separated by space. So this is the statement. As this is only one single statement in the for loop, we haven't enclosed it in in curly braces. You can always put curly braces if you want. It is not mandatory. So after the execution of this line, the program control will come to the update expression I plus plus. So I will be incremented by 1. So in this case, you see the number taken is 11. So I will be initialized by the value 11, and this will become I less than equal to 30. So the first number 11 modulus 2 is not 0. So the program control will come to I plus plus, and I will become 12. 12 is less than equal to 30. So we will go to this if statement. 12 modulus 2 is 0. So jtextarea1 dot append I means 12 plus space. So you can see 12 will be printed here. So it is done for each and every number 12, 13, 14 till 30. So because of this if statement, only even numbers will be displayed in jtextarea1. Then we will check for the second radio button. If JRadio button 2 dot is selected, if it is selected, see in this case, for int I is equal to a, again the same thing. We will start with the first number which we have entered here. We have already inputted the numbers in these variables. I less than equal to b till the last number, and I plus plus. Now for the odd number, we will check if I modulus 2 not equal to 0. Because if it is not 0, it means it is an odd number. So jtextarea1 dot append double quotes plus I plus space. So it will start from 10 and it will keep on checking every number. If the I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, this number will be appended to jtextarea1. Otherwise, it is not written on the jtextarea1. So I hope you have understood this program. Then the next is error question for loop. So let us do some error question. The following code has some errors, and rewrite the corrected code, underlining all the corrections made. This type of question comes for marks 2 in the board exam. We must understand how to do this question. So this is the question given to us. This has some errors. Now the program is integer counter equal to 0 for num equal to I, num greater than equal to 1, semicolon, num minus minus, and then again semicolon. If I modulus num equal to 0, then within the curly braces, counter equal to counter plus 1. Then the closing curly brace and again the next closing curly brace. So we will write down the corrected code. For writing the corrected close, please also see that all the braces are balanced. You can see for this closing brace, this is the for this opening brace, this is the closing brace, and for this opening brace, this is the closing brace. That is, all the braces are balanced. Now we'll check the syntax part. Now integer. There's nothing like integer in Java. It has to be int. So I've written int here, and please don't forget to underline the corrections. It is very important. And then we have used two variables here, num and I. So I and num, they are also not initialized. So num is a loop variable. So I will initialize it here only, or you can initialize it at the top of the for loop also. So I will initialize it here, int num equal to I, and as I is also not declared, so I am declaring it here, int I. So now this is also an integer of type, this is also a variable of type integer. Now after the completion of the for statement, it should not be followed by a semicolon. So I have removed the semicolon from here, and I have underlined this that I have removed, so that examiner will come to know that you have removed it. Then the curly braces are okay. Then we will check the if statement. Now this is a capital if. Again, this is an error because Java is case sensitive. It does not understand capital I and if. So I will make it small I and I will underline it. Again, the condition after the or the test expression after the if statement has to be enclosed in parenthesis. So I am putting parenthesis here, and I am again underlining all the things. So don't forget to underline it. Then the next statement is counter equal to counter plus 1. So this statement is okay because counter is already a variable which we have declared above. So this is okay. So these are the mistakes which we have found here. So please write the correct program and underline the corrections. And also remember that in a 2-mark question, at least 4 mistakes should be there, or in least case there will be at least 2 mistakes, not less than that. So please take care of all the mistakes, correct them and underline them. Now the output question. This is the first output question. Usually the output question comes in your exam. Write the value that will be stored in variable sum after execution of following code. Let's see what the code is. So int sum equal to 0, comma m equal to 4, for int I is equal to 9, semicolon, I greater than equal to 6, semicolon, I minus minus, and then within curly braces we are giving the body of the loop, which is if I modulus 3 equal to 0, sum equal to sum plus I, else sum is equal to sum minus I. So let us understand step by step. Now there are two variables, sum is 0 in the beginning and m is 4. Now we'll start with the loop. In the beginning, the value of the loop variable is 9. So I is equal to 9. After that, the program control will go to the test expression. So it will check whether I is greater than equal to 6. Yes, 9 is greater than equal to 6. The expression is true. So from here, we will go to the loop body. Now in the loop body, again, we will check if I modulus 3 is equal to 0 or not. As I is 9, so 9 modulus 3 is 0. So this is true. And now the value of sum, we are adding I to the value of sum. The value of sum initially was 0. See, in the beginning of the loop, it was initialized to 0. So it will be added to 9 as the value of I is 9. And the final value of sum will become 9. No else part will not be executed. And then this is the closing curly brace. So after that, we will again jump to update expression. So the update expression is I minus minus, which is equivalent to I is equal to I minus 1. So the value of I is 9. So after the update expression, the value of I will become 8. So in the second iteration, the value of I is 8. After this, the program control will go to this statement, test expression. Now 8 greater than equal to 6. Yes, it is true. As it is true, so body of the loop will be executed. Now it will check whether 8 modulus 3 is 0 or not. No, 8 modulus 3 is not 0. It is false. So it will go to the else part, and sum is equal to sum minus I will be executed. Now the value of sum in the first step was 9 and the value of I is 8. So 9 minus 8 will become 1. So after executing this statement, again the program control will jump to the update expression, that is I is equal to I minus 1. The value of I is 8. So we subtract 1 from it, it will become 7. So in the third iteration, I is equal to 7. Now again, we will come to the body of the loop. So 7 modulus 3, we will check whether it is equal to 0 or not. No, it is false. So we will come to the else part, and sum equal to sum minus I will be executed. So sum is equal to, the value of sum earlier is 1 in the earlier step. So it is 1 minus the value of I is 7. So 1 minus 7 is equal to minus 6. So after the execution of this step, the program control will go to the update expression, that is I minus minus. So 1 will be subtracted from I. The value of I was 7 in this case. So 7 minus 1 will become 6. So in the next iteration, the value of I is 6. Now again, the test expression is evaluated. Now 6 is greater than equal to 6. Yes, 6 is equal to 6. So the test expression is true. So the body of the loop is executed. So again, we will check whether I modulus 3 is 0 or not. As 6 modulus 3 is 0, so this is true. So sum is equal to sum plus I will be executed. So please see carefully. The value of sum was initially minus 6. So minus 6 plus the value of I you have seen here is 6. So minus 6 plus 6, which becomes 0. So after executing this statement, else part will not be executed, and we will again go to the update expression. I is equal to I minus 1. Now the value of I is 6. So 6 minus 1 will become 5. So the next iteration is, for the next iteration, the value of the variable, loop variable is 5. So again we will go to the test expression. 5 greater than equal to 6. No, this is false. So the loop will be terminated and the loop will stop here. So this loop will have executed 4 times. You see here, these are the number of times the loop has been executed, and the last value of sum was 0. So we will write down that the value of sum after execution of loop is 0. Now this is for loop output question 2. Now the question is, write the output that will be generated by the code given below. Also write how many times the loop will execute. So let us see the code which is given. Int t semicolon, int I semicolon. For I is equal to 5, as we have already declared int I in the beginning, so there is no need to give int again here. Semicolon, I less than equal to 10, semicolon, I equal to I plus 5. Then within the curly braces, t is equal to I plus 3, system.out.println, double quotes plus t. So let us see how this will execute. So in the beginning, in the first step, the initialization expression will be executed and the value of I will become 5. Now next it will go to the test expression. 5 less than equal to 10. Yes, it is true. So the loop body will be executed. So t is equal to I plus 3. So the value of I is 5. So 5 plus 3 is 8. And the statement system.out.println double quotes plus t will print the value of t, which is 8 on the screen. We can see here. Then after that it will go to the update expression. So I will be incremented by 5. The value of I was 5. So 5 plus 5 will become 10. So in the next iteration, the value of I is 10. Now next it will go to the test expression. 10 less than equal to 10. Yes, this is true because 10 is equal to 10. Now again the body of the loop is executed. So t is equal to I plus 3. So the value of I is 10 and plus 3 will become 13. So the value of t will become 13. And next system.out.println double quotes plus t. This statement will print the value of t, which is 13 on the screen. You can see here. Next it will again jump to update expression. So value of I will again be incremented by 5. So I is equal to I plus 5. So the earlier the value of I was 10. So 10 plus 5 will become 15. Then it will again go to the test expression. 15 less than equal to 10. This is false. So the loop will terminate. So this will be the output generated. And as there are 2 iterations in this loop, 1 and 2. So the loop will execute 2 times. So if you make a table like this, it is very easy to understand all the steps of the loop and you will never go wrong. So one more question is there for loop output question number 3. Now the question is, what will be displayed in JText area 1 after the execution of the following loop? And this question is generally of 2 marks. And the question is for int I is equal to 5, I greater than equal to 2, I minus minus. And within the body of the loop, the statement is jTextArea1 dot set text, and within parenthesis jTextArea1 dot get text double quotes plus integer dot toString I into I. So let us see how this loop will execute. So in the first statement, first iteration, the initialization expression will be executed. So the value of I will become 5. Next, it will go to the test expression, 5 greater than equal to 2. Yes, the expression is true. So the body of the loop will execute it. So in the body of the loop, first this integer dot toString I into I will be executed, as the value of I is 5. So 5 into 5 will become 25. Now the area, the content of jTextArea1 is, now you can see here in this statement, it will first get the text which is stored in jTextArea1, and then it is concatenating that text with this value. So in the beginning, the text area is empty. So it will just write down this, it will just set the text 25, which is the value of this expression in the text area, and then it will update to go to the update expression. So I will be decremented by 1. So in the next iteration, the value of I will become 4. And as 4 is greater than equal to 2, this condition is true. So again, the body of the loop will be executed. So first this statement will be executed, as the value of I is 4. So 4 into 4 is 16. And it will, now this statement will get the text which is stored in jTextArea1. So in the previous statement, the content of jTextArea1 was 25. So this will be concatenated with this expression, and the value of this expression is 16. So the content of and then this concatenated string is again set into the jTextArea1. So the content of jTextArea1 will become 25 space. The space is also given here, 16. Then it will jump to the update expression, that is I is equal to I minus 1. So in the third iteration, the value of I will become 3. So 3 is greater than equal to 2. Yes, the condition is true. So again, the loop body will be executed. Now this expression, as the value of I is 3, so 3 into 3 will become 9. Now it will get the text which is stored in jTextArea1. So in the previous iteration, that content of jTextArea1 was 2516. So this content will be concatenated with this with the result of this expression, and the result of this expression is 9. So it will become 25 16 9, and this will be set in the jTextArea1. After doing this, it will again jump back to I minus minus, that is I is equal to I minus 1. So the value of I was 3, so it will become 2. Now as 2 again is greater than equal to 2, the condition is true. So again the loop body will be executed. So again, first this expression is executed. So I into I, as I is 2, 2 into 2 will become 4. Now this statement will get the text which is already there in jTextArea1. So in the earlier iteration, this is the text which is present in jTextArea1. So this text will be concatenated by the result of this expression. So the result of this expression is 4. So after concatenation, the text will become 25, 16, 9 and 4. And this text is then set into jTextArea1. Again, it will go to the update expression, that is I is equal to I minus 1. So now the value of I will become 1. Now as 1 is greater than equal to 2, so the expression is false. And as the expression becomes false, the loop will terminate. So lastly, the content of jTextArea1 are 25, 16, 9 and 4. So this will be displayed in jTextArea1. So this is all for this video. If you like this video, kindly give thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.